The trick for us as athletes was to make those races at the Olympics, to sort of trick ourselves into thinking that those races at the Olympics were just like all the other races that we had raced. That was the advice our coach gave us, and that was sort of what you tell yourself. Like, I've been at the start line, I know what to do. It's sort of at that point like muscle memory. I think the magnitude of that race really hits you at the end. And even just thinking about that moment when we cross the line makes me like want to cry and brings up all these emotions because it's so painful and so joyous all at the same time. It's like the years and years of work that you've done leading up to that race, leading up to that moment where anything could happen. And it's like the relief finally of the stress and the unknown, and to know that you've achieved your goal and you have represented your family and your country and your coach and your teammates.
Oh, it's extremely special. And Caroline was a huge part of that team, and along with her teammates did something that has never been done in history.
You've achieved this great thing. You don't really have anything like stressful or pressing. It's just like you can enjoy the moment. So you have a few months, and then you kind of start having to think about, you know, what you want to do next. So I think you kind of have 6 months, a year, and then you kind of have to know whether or not you want to commit again to another Olympic cycle. I think winning, of course, helps draw people back to that, to try to go through that moment and have that moment again. It's just the most amazing feeling, and I was lucky enough to have that moment twice.
USA heading for gold, which everybody predicted, and the prediction is going to come true. It's gold for United States.
And it's not an accident, right? Like, you're like, how does this happen? Well, it's not an accident. It's the coach that can sometimes make that difference. And I think also, you know, feeding off of each other's mentalities and learning from our teammates, I think that also helps, you know? We pushed each other to be better and do better.
I mean, when she walked into the doors of Princeton, the Princeton Boathouse, I thank my lucky stars. She crushed every erg record we had at the Boathouse. She set a new standard for our team and for the teams to come. I attribute much of our success to her abilities and drive and successes and achievements when she came to the Princeton program.
My Princeton experience is like pivotal in my career since I've retired, and also my career going forward.
She put herself in that position where she was striving to be the best, always striving to be better. And it was a pure joy to coach her, and I imagine her teammates absolutely loved being in a boat with her, both at Princeton and on the national team.
It can't be because of any one person. It's really, like I always say, like, this is because there was a group of amazing women who had a like-minded goal and had the drive and the determination to make it happen. And so I feel like it's a lot of hard work and commitment and a little bit of luck that you are in a group of people who have that similar commitment. But I think it's the shared experience that really makes the difference.